peeps, welcome to another video. Today it's going to be what I'm sewing for the rest of this year, because it's a bit early to be doing my December sewing plans and it's a little bit late to be doing my November, and that's the rest of this year. Funny that. So I'm sat here with my hashtag 2017 Make 9 goals in front of me, and at the moment I have ticked off the Seamwork Astoria, the Lupin jacket and the Renfrew tee. Yeah, those ones I have embraced. I have made a lot of all of those. The other ones that I have still left to make are the Kelly Anorak, the Saffron jeans, the Portside travel set, the Caroline pajamas, the Bruyere shirt and slips from the Vogue V8888 pattern. Yeah, right. So I had all of the stuff, as you've seen in one of my vlogtobers, I have all the stuff for the Kelly Anorak. So I had one of those moments where it was like, am I making the right decision about making sequin sleeves? Asked you guys, you all agreed with me. Probably not the most practical fabric to make sleeves of a well-worn jacket out of. So I have been looking for replacements for that, and I've decided on this coppery bronzy leather that I got from Textile Express. So I've got this sample from Textile Express, but I haven't ordered it yet. And then I also need to get a new lining, because the sequin fabric that I was going to use for the sleeves matches beautifully with the fabric I was going to use for the lining, which is a crepe back satin, which, as you all pointed out, would be a waste to use as lining. So I'm going to make a dress out of the sequins and the crepe back satin, but that does mean that I need to buy some of this and some lining fabric for that jacket. So I no longer have all the parts to make that, so I'm thinking that's probably going to be an early January make. So fail number one for the hashtag 2017 Make 9. Whoops. Next up though, in my pile of fabrics here, which is actually very red and green, next up is, on that list, is the Caroline pajamas. And I initially bought this Lady McElroy foliage canopy cotton lawn with the idea of making a 8577 Vogue shirt dress out of it. So I have 5 meters, which just so happens to be the same amount that you need for the Caroline pajamas. When Lady McElroy brought this out on a crepe background, it was just like, I need that. Just blinkers went on and I bought that fabric, and again in 5 meters, and that is what I'm going to use to make the 8577, the crepe. So I have 5 meters of beautiful cotton lawn, and I'm going to make the Caroline pajamas out of it. And I am totally going to copy the lovely lady from Instagram who I have featured on the vlog before. I put a picture here. She did hers with red piping, and oh my goodness, I am in love. So I have some red piping that I got from Stone Fabrics. I'm going to order some more, and I am going to make some very fancy PJs that I will be wearing around Christmas Day to open presents in, because yeah, it's just me and mum and dad Christmas Day. I think that's acceptable. So very much looking forward to that. Next up on my pile of fabrics that I have here is this Viscose, which I got from, I featured this in a vlog recently. Where did I get it from? I can't remember. I think it was Fabric Godmother. I think it was. But anyway, it's this Viscose, which I've had my eye on for ages. They did it in 3 colourways, this green, a red and a turquoise. Big Bird's mum has bought the turquoise for her own V8577, but she's going to wait till next year to have that made. I have been eyeing this up everywhere that I had found. It had pretty much sold out or didn't have the amount that I wanted, and then I found, I'm pretty sure it's Fabric Godmother, had at least 5 meters left, so I've ordered that. Somebody pointed out that this is very Christmassy colours. It's actually not red, it's orange, but I love it, and it's so soft. And yeah, I'm going to make this Sew Over It Eve dress with this, and I'm going to make the fluttery sleeved one and the drop hem at the back. The fluttery sleeve one's probably not going to be sensible for cardigan wearing, but I do like that one the most. So yeah, it's going to be that, and I will just work out a way of wearing a cardigan over it. But yes, this one is going to get turned into that. Right, So Renata has done the or challenged us all to do the little red dress project again this year, and last year I had all these grand plans involving the fabric that I'm going to show you, so you will have seen it before, and I kind of ran out of time, and in the end just ended up making something that I knew was safe and easy and fitted me well, because last December was insane for me. This one is not going to be. I finished all my commissions for the year, so now all I have to do is sew for myself, and I have decided that this year as well I am not making Christmas presents. I'm making one Christmas present for my dad, but other than that everyone is getting something bought. I have made handmade Christmas presents for everybody for the past 4 years now, so I'm taking this Christmas off. And next year everyone will get made stuff, and I'm going to start in July, and then it will all be done and I don't have to worry about it. So that's the plan. You heard it here first. If I change my mind, you can remind me about this video. But so yeah, I had these in my stash. So my mum bought me this embroidered silk dupioni back from India, I believe, and then when we were in Saudi, they mistakenly miscut some velvet, so when we went back they gave us a metre of velvet for free. Mum already had what she needed, so I got this beautiful red colourway, and I'm sat in a beam of sunlight there, so great lighting, Sean, well done. Yeah, they go perfectly together. So the idea is, and I think the reason that this didn't happen last year is because I hadn't found the perfect pattern. But there is this Butterick one, which is a copy of Pippa Middleton's bridesmaid's dress, which is what I want for the top, and then I think I can finagle the skirt to be what I want for the bottom. So I'm going to do the drapey top, and then it's going to be a big waistband that comes to there, sort of just under the bust, hopefully in a point, and then a panelled circle skirt, as long as I can get it with the amount of fabric I have. I think I've only got 3 meters of it, so it might need to be one of the short skirted ones I do, but most of my dressier going out dresses I prefer to be short anyway. So this fabric with the velvet, that is going to be my little red dress project for this year, and I am going to get this one done. Next up, I have this 100% wool fabric that I got from the textile centre. It was on sale. I bought the last 5 meters of it. I am sorry. It is very drapey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount it on flannel, and to give it some extra warmth and to give it some extra body, and I'm going to make myself a frock coat out of it. And I've got all these grand ideas of doing like frogging and things like that, but or I've got these beautiful appliques that I was going to sew on, but I think what I'm actually going to do is borrow the epaulettes and the wrist trim from the Robson trench coat, and then also make a back trim for the back seam, and then put buttons on all of those, and then put buttons up at the front. And I'm going to use a Lacala pattern that I've made the other 2 frock coats, the black chenille flocked frock coats that I've made with, and I love it. And then it's also a Butterick skirt pattern. I'm going to have put pictures up here of everything that I'm talking about. I'm going to use those ones to kind of franken pattern this together. I've had the Lacala one printed by Net Printers, so I'm really excited to see that, how that comes out, because one of the things about Lacala is that you have to stick it all together, but if you can have it printed on A0 and it arrives and it's great, then that will be amazing. So yes, I have 5 meters of this. I do have some black flannel, and as long as that doesn't affect the colour I will use that, otherwise I'll order some red flannel for the interlining. And then I have this cotton silk blend from Spoonflower. They don't do this base fabric anymore, which I'm really sad about, but they do a beautiful satin which would work. Now I only have 3 meters of this, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to squeeze that out of the pattern that I want to do out of this this fabric I might be able to, and I know that I'm going to be lining the sleeves with something that's much slippier than this, because I've made a coat lining out of the chocolate biscuit one that I have of this, and it wasn't slippery enough. So yeah, I need to cut the bodice bits and the skirt bits out of this, so if I have enough that would be amazing, and I just think that would look so cool as the lining for that. And I could wear it over my little red dress project, and you know, little red coat, little red dress, that would be awesome. And then the final thing that I'm going to show you is my niece's Christmas present. It's this beautiful wool that I got from Stone Fabrics, and again I've got the last, there was 6 and a bit meters of it, so I've got the last of it. It's absolutely stunning tartan, and there was lots of different options for the lining, but I think we've gone with this kind of wood grain satin from Minerva Crafts in the bright green colour, which I don't have yet, but I will put up on screen for you to have a look at. And it's going to be exactly the same frock coat pattern. So again, we talked about appliques, black appliques to be put on the bodice front and down the back, or I may go for the tabs, depends what she would like. But yeah, there's going to be that one. And she also wanted a large necessary clutch wallet, and there's 6 meters of that, so I have a feeling that I'm going to have enough to perhaps make her a large NCW out of what's left of that wool, if she would like it. So yeah, that's all the fabrics I have to show you. That's it with regards to the hashtag 2017 Make 9. I've accounted for the Kelly anorak and the Caroline pajamas. So I still have the saffron jeans, the Behaviour shirt, the portside travel set, and the slips. I'm not going to make the saffron jeans. My figure is not what I want it to be at the moment. I don't want to spend all that energy and time making myself and perfecting a pattern on a beautiful pair of jeans only to be losing weight. And I am exercising. The eating healthily has gone out the window the last couple of days because Dad brought home cupcakes, chocolate cupcakes, and I've had 4 in 3 days. They're very yummy though. But yeah, I don't want to spend all that time doing that, so they're going to go on next year's. The Behaviour shirt I have traced out, but again the same kind of thing. My waist and my boobs are about 2 inches bigger than they used to be, and they're 2 inches bigger than the pattern I've traced out. So again, I don't really want to make a shirt that's it's an intensive, labour intensive pattern garment to make. Don't want to make it to then have lost weight for it then to be too big. So that one I'm going to make next year. I'm not going to do the grain line portside travel set because I have found a bag that I prefer. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the designer, but I will put the picture in here for you. I'm going to make the medium size one of that, I think, maybe the large, I don't know, but I want it as a weekend bag. And I noticed when I went up to London I took a wheelie trolley, but it was way bigger than I needed for what I had, and I ended up filling it up and didn't need to. So yeah, I'm going to make that. And as for slips, there are more exciting things to sew. I don't have the fabrics that I want to make them out of. I also don't want to spend lots of money because I feel like I should get silk to make those kind of things. If you're going to make that sort of thing, you want it to be worth it. So yeah, it kind of, I also found some ready-to-wear slips that I bought from Next that are brilliant. I'm wearing one of those now. I have 2 of them. I'm going to get some more because it was £20 for 2. They're brilliant. They go under all my dresses. They help stop my tights stick to my dresses, and they help give a smoother silhouette for as well, because I have noticed I don't have any smooth silhouette bras, so wearing t-shirts without one of those on I end up with really weird lumpy boobs. So yeah, I need to, when I start bra making, which I'm going to do next year, I need to consider that and not make lots and lots of lacy bras, although lacy bras, I want to. Yes, anyway, tangent. Have you seen my 5 questions 1 take yet? Yeah, talking, good at talking. That is the woven plans that I have for the next sort of 6 weeks. I also, if you have watched my really long knit fabric stash organisation, which I will put the card in up there for you, if you've not seen that, grab yourself a coffee and you want somebody to keep you company for 50 minutes, then you know that's the video for you. And I will be doing more of them because you guys loved it, so I will, when I organise my stash, I promise I will do more of those. I measured out all of my knit fabrics and I made plans for all of those knit fabrics, and they're actually sat on a pile over there. So I'm not going to show you all of those again, but I will be adding those into the mix over the next 6 weeks and getting as many of those made up as I possibly can. And given how quick knits go and how actually most of those are tried and true, there's only a few new patterns in there, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to get a lot of those done. And also because I'm wearing a lot of knits to work from home in, because they're comfortable and warm and snuggly at this time of year. So yeah, they are high on my priorities to do. So that's everything. 2 coats, pair of pajamas and 2 fancy dresses. I can do that, that's fine, no problem. I really hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.